Hilo Aire. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Why don't you come on real close, belly up onto the bar there. Pour yourself a cold one and speak to me. What is your name, Mr. Hilo Aire?
My name is Brett Markey.
Brett?
Yes.
Brett, welcome to KHTS. Tell us a little bit about Hilo Aire. Like, who are you guys? What's your deal?
So we are a residential heating and air conditioning business here in Santa Clarita Valley. And we are relatively new, but we've both been doing this for a very long time.
Very good, which leads me to my next question. How much experience do you have in this type of work?
Well, I've been doing this since I was 9. So
I'm sorry. Hello.
My stepdad had an air conditioning business up in Northern California, so I've been doing it for a very long time.
So you apprenticed with him when you were a child, and
Correct.
then when you became of legal age, you just went right into it, huh?
Correct.
Fantastic. Tell me a little bit about Hilo Aire compared to some of the other types of HVAC companies in town. What sets you guys apart?
Well, that's the reason we started was to be able to service the Santa Clarita Valley and surrounding areas in a better way than what we've seen. Again, being in the industry for a very long time, we have seen good and bad. So we are trying to be as diligent as possible in doing the right things for the homeowner and being priced well as well also.
When you say good and bad, what types of things have you seen? Let's go to the bad side. What types of bad stuff have you seen that need to be corrected?
We see a lot of issues with installations where they're not installed properly. A lot of times we see systems that are underducted. They don't have enough airflow, and this is a recipe to kill a system significantly quicker than it's supposed to. So people spend a lot of money to get a system installed, and then they have to have us back out after a couple of years. Mm-hmm. So we are trying to educate homeowners, explain to them the benefits of doing these things properly so they don't have to spend the money one time and not see somebody for a very long time after that.
Well, we have in studio, I guess, Brett's buddy is in studio now. And hello and good morning. Welcome to KHTS. Who are you?
My name's Chris. How are you?
Hi, Chris. I'm Tori. This is Brett.
Yeah.
So we were just talking about what sets Hilo apart from some of the other guys, and that's where you came in. How about you pick up where Brett left off? We need to talk about. We like to be green these days, very green. We like to be eco-friendly. How are you guys achieving something like that?
A lot's been changing in the industry, right? A lot is regulation based. So when we're looking at options and what happens with the state, what they're changing, they're always aiming to be more efficient, less polluting. And some of those are going into different types of systems that are available today. So generally speaking, if we're making upgrades, we're definitely heading in that direction. And there are different levels we can take to get to those points. So we try to approach a lot of it with pragmatism, right, to make sure that we're choosing the right thing to have people achieve what they're looking for as far as maybe getting away from gas-fired systems, getting into those types of units, saving on their energy costs, right? So even comparatively speaking to any system that most people would have in their house today, we're looking at double the efficiency or more of these. So there are definitely a lot of options to explore when it comes to those things.
That's pretty impressive. Double the efficiency. That's. I'd like to hear something like that. Yeah. All right, let's move on to heat pumps. Talk to me about heat pumps. What's the deal? Why are they gaining popularity?
Again, that is back to the energy efficient thing, or more often what California is looking for. They do not want you to be using natural gas as much as possible. So this is a way for homeowners to get off of the natural gas bill using something that's very efficient in heating and cooling electricity wise. And, they are subsidizing these things right now. There are federal tax credits available and local subsidies for replacement of high efficient heat pump systems.
Is that in the form of a rebate, or do you get it directly? How do we get the cash money? That's what. Let's talk cash.
The one of them, the $1,000 that is local is rebate. It does take a little while to get. It's from the government, but it does come back in cash to you. The other one is a tax credit, 25C tax credit from the federal government.
So that's a tax thing.
Correct.
And that'll show up nicely on our returns. Is that where we do it?
Absolutely.
Okay, finally, let's talk. Oh, as we're on the subject of money, okay? Any fall specials?
We do.
Pumpkin latte, what are we doing?
We do have a couple of fall specials going right now. We do have some very good financing available, or up to $1,000 off of a full system changeout. Mm-hmm. And we do have some specials going now right now for service. The systems have been overworked for the last couple months. It's time to get them checked out before we move into heating season and make sure that we don't have any issues going towards the winter.
Is now the right time to do something like that with your AC? Like check it out now, or should we check it out like before next summer?
Both. So we should honestly be checking it out before the winter. Mm-hmm. Make sure that gas furnace is working properly as we get to it. Mm-hmm. And then again in the summer or spring, I'm sorry.
In the spring. Got it. All right, finally, how do we reach you guys? What's the best way to contact you guys if we think we need, an upgrade, or we want to become a little bit more green, or we want to cash in on some of these money saving, the rebates, the tax credits? How do we get in touch with you? What's the best way? People driving around right now, where do you want to go?
I mean, you can obviously reach us by phone. You can reach us on our social media, right? You can reach us on our website. So our website is www.hilocool.com.
Hilocool.com. Hilo. And let's spell that, because I would think it was B with two E's, like the heel in your foot. It is not.
No.
It is Hilo. Hilo. Hilocool.com is where you go.
Or you can get us at 888-HILO-COOL. That's 888-HILO. I'm sorry, it's HiloAire.com. I'm sorry, 888-HILOAIRE.
I love when you do the phone number in letters. I love it. It's good for my noggin. I don't have to think too hard. Yep. It's been a pleasure having you guys in. I hope you come back real soon and tell us more of what we need in the winter months when we get closer to heat. It's a tough thing to talk about today when we're in 80-degree weather, but we have to think about it. We always have to prepare. You got to be proactive.
Absolutely.
You got to prepare for what's ahead. And we never do that. As a society, we're more reactive than proactive.
Correct.
So let's have you back in a little while, and we can talk a little bit more about what we need to do in the upcoming months. Brett, Chris, pleasure having you in studio today.
Thank you so much for having us.